about
30
it.
years ago, we were hosting the Leonard Hagler fight at Caesar's Palace, Ron, and I had the idea of working with Al Bernstein, doing a lot of interviews and things, and it occurred to me that with all the media coverage, the property it was as much about the property as it was about the event. So I thought, why don't we try to put together a show, at least on a weekly basis, and have it based in the sports book. It didn't happen at that particular time, but certainly there were a lot of remotes that took place. And I realized then that sports wagering was also a great marketing tool. It was the distinct marketing advantage that we here in Nevada realize over every other gaming jurisdiction around the country. Think about it. 48 out of the 50 states have some form of gambling, but nothing on the scale of sports wagering that we have here. Mm-hmm. So a few years ago, I got a call from a guy named Brian Musburger, and he said, "I'm going to come to Las Vegas. Let's talk." I said, "I'll tell you what. I'm going to bring in a buddy of mine to have lunch with us, Jimmy Vaccaro." We sat down, we chatted, and we shared a lot of the same vision, frankly. So Jimmy and I kicked it around a little bit. Brian went back to Chicago to talk to his folks. We walked into Michael Gaughan's office, Jimmy Vaccaro and I, and he looked up at us over his glasses and he shook his head and he said, "What are you two up to now?" In about 7 minutes, he said, "Okay, let's do it." Sent us into Ryan Growney's office, and here we are today. VSiN launches here at the South Point. I couldn't be more thrilled.
I said you got to be very excited to see the whole thing come to fruition. You've seen a lot of great sporting events. You've been around town a long time. How does this compare for you personally?
You're right. I've seen great sporting events. Had the privilege of opening properties, race and sports books that I've been a part of as well. I've watched people jump over fountains. I've watched left hooks and right crosses, taking $1 million bets, all the above. This is certainly a career topper for me.
And Vinny, can you talk real quickly on how the attitudes of a lot of people in sports in regard to Las Vegas and sports betting and gaming, how that seems to be changing?
No question. Again, Ron, sports wagering is now more mainstream, right? And think about it this way. And right now, this week, there have always been two questions, right? What's happening in Houston, and what does Las Vegas say? Well, now, it's not only what Las Vegas says, it's what VSiN and the South Point show. That'll tell you, I think, all you need to know about how big this is and how more mainstream sports wagering is.